Hi, myself is Venkatakrishna from Chris Software Solutions. In this video, we are going to discuss about Jira part. What are all the various things will be there in Jira for testers? What we need to do with Jira and what are all the different tasks will be there in Jira? So, how to create the projects? This is the agenda for today's video. Create the project, create users, create version, and epic on stories, and starting the sprint, updating the story points. All these things will be done by the either Scrum Master or Jira Administrator. Whereas for the team is going to do these are all the tasks, creating the tasks for each and every story, subtasks, assign subtasks to the team, and burn the hours in Jira, and sprint lifecycle, and creating the bugs. So these are all the things done by the team, and also how to create the test cases and how to execute them and how to create the cycles and import the test cases from Excel. So these are all the agenda for this video. So I hope at the end of this video you will get complete knowledge about how to work with the Jira part and all. Yeah, let me start with the how to create the project and how to register. As we have the cloud version, even you can create your cloud version and you can start practice on it. So before going to start the actual things, if you are not subscribed to our channel Chris Software Solutions, please subscribe and encourage me to do more and more videos on our testing side. I'm trying my level best to give the best knowledge to you, and I think I am helping you to crack the interview also. So if you are not subscribed, please try to subscribe to my channel and help me on that. Okay, so let me start from beginning. How to create the cloud version of the Jira. Let me work on that. What you need to do is go to the Google and you can search with Jira account creation. So Jira account creation you can search with. So the first link, free Jira software, you are going to get it. Click on that link. You need to have the your Gmail ID to create the cloud version of the Jira, wherein which you can start the practice on it. So yeah, you need to have the your email ID for creating the cloud version of the Jira. Cloud version in the sense in the internet itself you can start the practice on it. So they are giving 1 week to 2 weeks trial version for us. So you can, all the features are available in this version, so that you can start practice on cloud version of the Jira. Yeah, so this is the page, you are going to get it, Jira software. Click on next. Okay, it will ask you to sign up with Google and all. I am signing up with my Google. Click on continue with Google. It will populate with the all the things. I am registering with this. Okay. Online testing guide at gmail.com, Chris-Soft testing tools. Create your account. Click on create your account. We are going to see all these tasks very practically. What all the tasks are there, each and every task I am going to give you clear knowledge on these all topics, so that at the end of the session you will be familiar with the Jira part and what you need to do, how you need to do and all. As you know, now most of the companies are using Jira for agile management and plus test management also. So agile management and test management both we can do with the Jira tool. So that is the reason Jira is very important. Even in interview also, the interviewers are going to ask you questions on Jira, how to create the tasks, how to burn the hours in Jira tool. So these are all the things usually they will ask. How to create the bugs, so what all the fields will be there while creating the bug and all. How to create the test cases, cycles. So these are all the very important questions. So I will try to cover each and every question very clearly in this video. So that at the end of this video you will be familiar with all the topics in the Jira part. Okay, so let me go ahead here. Let's get started. It is asking give your site name. Okay, my site name is Chris-Soft Testing. This is also already taken. Testing tools. This is also already taken. Okay, that's fine. Chris-Soft guide I am giving. Okay, this one is available for us. Click on continue. It is loading. Okay, it will ask you some questions like welcome to Jira Software Chris-Soft. What type of team do you work in? So you can select whatever the team you want. I am selecting the software development, and which of these best describes what you do. This will appear in your profile. We are a QA engineer. So now it is going to populate. Select the tools that you use most. So what are the tools? If you are not clear about it, you can click on skip. Okay, so if you want to invite to your team members, then you can use this, but I am unselecting this and clicking on continue. Some questions here also it is going to ask you. You need to select features, right? Okay, click on next. Okay, here we are going to work with the classic model actually. So click on explore classic templates. You are going to get a Kanban, Scrum and bug tracking. So most of the times we will work with Scrum. You can select the Scrum. Click on select. Enter your project name. It is going to ask you. So my project name I am entering. Let me take Gmail. Okay, I am trying to create the Gmail is everybody known to you. So let me assume our project is Gmail. Okay, so I entered Gmail. Click on and create. You can click on create. Okay, project will be created for us. See, our project is created successfully. This is the home page of the Jira. Even in this drop down, if at all you go, you can able to see Gmail project is created successfully. Like this, how you can create the cloud version of the Jira. Okay, like this, how you can work with the cloud version of the Jira, and you can start practicing on it. Okay, so what we have done, project is created successfully. Who will create the project in real time? Jira administrator can create the project. Okay, Jira administrator can create the project. Jira administrator can create the users. And yeah, so sometimes Scrum Master also having the admin permissions and all, he can also able to create it. Depends on the how they are working, based on the company, based on the client, it is going to happen. So either Scrum Master or Jira administrator can create the project, users and all. Okay, so let me go into the more deeper into the Jira part. So far what we have done, we have created the we have created the project. So in this project you can able to see the Gmail project is created successfully. And let me explain you. So this is the Gmail storyboard. So far we have not created any stories in this Jira. Okay, so far we have not created any stories in this Jira. And next part is, so far we have done create project, and then we will go with the create users. So can you able to see here people? You can click on it, add people to Jira. Okay, so you need to enter their email address here. For example, I am entering some email ID. So some email ID I am entering here, ABCD or XYZ. Invite teammates. Okay, invited. You have invited 2 people to Jira Software. Okay, so you can able to see here those 2 users will be added. Okay, XYZ, and you can able to see here, right? So if at all you search here with ABCD, what happened? So manage users, if at all you can go. The invite will be sent to whatever the mail IDs you have given there. See here, some ABCDE user is there, XYZ user is there, but what it is showing here, resend invite or resend invite, resend invite. If at all you want to, for example, the user did not get any email, then you can resend the invite to them also. See, these two users we have added, XYZ and ABCDE. Okay, like this how the Jira administrator can add the users into the our Jira software. Okay, that's fine. So this is the how you can create the users. This is how you can create the users. Okay, all these tasks either Scrum Master or Jira administrator can do. Just for your knowledge, I am explaining you how to create all these things and all. Okay, so and how to create the version. Usually in real time, usually, so one version, so version will be there wherein which you are going to perform all your development and testing activities over there. So that version talking about production release, that version talks about production. Let me assume so one release is there. Okay, let me assume one release is there. Let me assume 1.0 release is there. Okay, what are all the functionalities for this 1.0 we are targeting in multiple sprints? So that is about the release part. So what are all the functionalities we are targeting in multiple sprints that will go as one production release? So 1.0, if 1.0 is completed, next they are going to create a 1.1 or 2.0 and all. So version talks about what is the production release, what functionalities we are targeting, and when is the production release. So for that version, once that production release is completed, then 1.0 version is completed. Okay, might be it is there in one sprint or in multiple sprints. Okay, so might be it is there in one sprint or multiple sprints. So that is decided by the product owner, what functionalities he need to he is expecting from that for that release. Based on that, the production release will happen, and in either in one sprint or multiple sprints, depends on the features prioritized by the product owner. If you are not clear with Agile model and all, I have created one more video on Agile process, real-time Agile process. You can go here and search with Chris Software Solutions. And go here and go to the videos. See here, recently I uploaded one video, Chris Software Solutions Agile model real time. Okay, you can go through this video completely, you will understand what is the Agile process and all. That is the reason again I am not covering here the process part. You can go through this video so that you will understand the real time Agile process. Okay, yeah, fine. So the next part what we are doing is, so creating the version part. Version talks about production release. Okay, as I said, it is there in one sprint or multiple sprints. Okay, so let me try to create the versioning part. Okay, for creating the version and all, you need to go to the releases. Option. Create version, you are going to get it. Okay, create version, you are going to get it. Click on create version. I am creating 1.0. Okay, so and also I am going to add the functionalities. Let me target Gmail functionalities. We need to release in this 1.0 version. Click on save. See, 1.0 version is successfully created here. Okay, it means that all the Gmail functionalities we need to deliver in this 1.0 version. That's fine. So what are all the things we have completed so far? We are able to create the project, we are able to create the users and version. The next part is we need to create epic and stories. Okay, please remember all these tasks are done by the Scrum Master and or Jira administrator. You no need to worry. These are all the tasks actually you need to do. Okay, so that's fine. So coming to the here, epic and stories. Before trying to create the epic and stories, let me I have created one small Gmail project, which let me explain you this, and then we will go to the how to create the epic and how to create the user stories. Okay, so my epic name is what is the project? Gmail, created by VK Venkata Krishna. So this is our epic. Verify Gmail functionalities. This is our epic. This is having 5 user stories. Okay, first one, verify login functionality. Second one, compose functionality, inbox functionality, sent mails functionality, drafts functionality. Okay, and a description for this. So like this, how this epic will be divided into multiple user stories. Each user story we are going to verify something. Next, what will happen once user stories are created or documented by the product owner? Then what will happen in real time? Then immediately in the beginning of the sprint, we are going to have sprint planning meeting. In the sprint planning meeting, what we are going to do? We are going to give the story points for the stories. Story point tells us what is the complexity of the user story. Usually story points are in the form of Fibonacci series. So by using that series, it will be 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, like that way. So each and every story we need to give the story points. Usually in real time, a planning poker method we used to follow. Everybody will tell discuss in the sprint planning meeting how many user stories they need for each and every story. So accordingly, they are going to give the story points for each and every story. That everybody will listen what is the complexity of the user story and how many story points it will take for each and every story. So based on that, at the end we are going to average it, and Scrum Master and entire team will work on the user story points, and those story points will be assigned to the particular user story. And also they are going to finalize what are all the user stories they need to pick up for that sprint. Sprint 1, let me assume these 2 stories we are taking. Sprint 2, these 3 stories are taking. So in the sprint planning meeting, finally 2 things they are going to identify. One is story points for each and every story, and the second one is which sprint we are going to do it. In current sprint, how many user stories we can able to take it up. In the next sprint, what user stories we need to take it up, and what are all the total functionalities are pending, I mean backlog. So that is about the sprint planning meeting actually in real time, how it is happening. So all will discuss about the story points, and story points will be assigned to the particular user story, and at the end they are going to see what are all the user stories they can take it up in the particular sprint. Okay, so next, test cases part. As I explained you in multiple videos how to write the test cases and all, you can refer those videos. So next, sprint workflow I will tell you later. First, let me try to create these user stories in Jira tool. Okay, so let me try to create these user stories. See, whenever you want to create the epic and user stories, you need to go to the backlog. Okay, backlog talks about all the functionalities. Backlog talks about all the functionalities. What are all the functionalities are there? All the functionalities you can able to see here. Okay, see here, click on the epic. First I want to create the epic. Can you able to see here option create epic? Okay, what is our first epic? So this is our epic. Verify Gmail functionalities is our epic. Okay, so go to the Jira tool and I am clicking on create epic. Okay, epic means, again in the so many videos I explained you, again epic means epic is a high level requirement. From the high level requirement, we are going to get the low level requirements as stories. Okay, so let me try to create how we need to create the epic. But you no need to worry about all these things. In the beginning things, it will be taken care by the Scrum Master. Okay, so how to create the epic, just for your knowledge I am explaining you all these things. So because we are not Jira administrators, we are what? We are the testers. So testing related things we need to do in Jira. But let me explain you so how the things, everything in from starting to ending, how the things will happen in Jira tool. So that will give more knowledge to you, and it will be more chance for you to crack the interview if at all they are asking any questions and all. So okay, so let me copy our epic. Okay, verify Gmail functionalities. This is our epic, and if at all you want, you can give the summary also. Okay, so what is the summary? Verifying all the Gmail functionalities. This is our epic. Okay, click on create. See, our epic is created successfully, and every see, in Jira part, everything is an issue. So either it may be a bug, it may be a epic, it may be a story, it may be a task. Everything is an issue. In Jira terminology, everything is, they treated it as an issue. So you should not map this issue to the defect in our application. But Jira terminology, everything is an issue. We should not worry about, okay, we should not map this issue to the defect in our application. So that is not correct. So you need to remember one point, that in Jira terminology, everything is an issue. It may be a bug, it may be a story, it may be a epic, anything. Okay, so we have created the epic successfully. Next, what we need to create? We need to create the stories also. We need to create the stories. Can you be able to see here? Our epic is created. Okay, can you able to see here? Create issue. Okay, as I told you, in here create issue, when you click on, it may be a bug, it may be a task or story or epic. Everything is an issue in Jira terminology. What I want to create now? I want to create the story now. Okay, so what is the first story? Verify login functionality is our first story. So come here. Okay, so this is one way, and second way is you can click on create button also. From here also you can able to create the stories. Story. Okay, you can select the story, and what are all the mandatory fields are there, you can mention here. So what is our description? Verify login functionality. Even description also I am entering. Verify login functionality. And what is the fixed version? This one 1.0 is the version, and priority you need to update. What is the epic link? And this is our epic link. This is our epic link. Sprint, till now we have not created any sprint. Just I am creating the, we have created the epic. First we have created the version, and then we created the epic, and now we are creating the story. Okay, so story I have created successfully. Next, this is for second story. Second story is verify compose functionality. I am creating the second story also. Verify compose functionality. Okay, epic is also there. That's fine. All fields are there. Click on create. Second one is also created successfully. Let me create the third one. Verify inbox functionality. Okay, remaining all the fields are there. That's fine. Click on create. Verify sent mails functionality. Okay, fine. What is the next one? Verify drafts functionality. Like this, how the Scrum Master is going to create the stories. Okay, so this is my last story. Click on create. These all stories you can able to see here in your backlog. See, all the 5 user stories are created successfully. Login functionality, compose, inbox, send mails, drafts. Okay, these are related to which version? 1.0. Related to which epic? This is the epic. This is the unique ID. Okay, like this way you can create the version, epic and user stories. Okay, version, epic and user stories. Like this, how you can able to create. Okay, epic and user stories. So far these are all completed for us. The next part is starting the sprint. Add the user stories into it and story points update for each and every story. So usually sprint duration will be 2 weeks will be there most of the times. Sometimes depends on the user stories whatever they are having, it may be 3 weeks also. So in that case, so what Scrum Master is going to do is he is going to click on create sprint. Okay, he is going to click on create sprint. Where it is in the backlog, go to the backlog. In the backlog you can able to see the create sprint option will be there. Once you created the sprint, you need to move your stories into it. Once user stories are created in real time, so as I told you, sprint planning meeting is going to happen. In this meeting they are going to decide what user stories they need to pick up for that sprint. See, for example, login I have given 8 story points and 5 story points. These 2 stories they want to take it up. These 2 stories they want to take it up for the sprint 1, and next 3 they want to take it up for sprint 2. So in this case, so we are verifying the sprint 1. What are all the functionalities? First 2 user stories, login functionality, compose functionality, and what are the story points for it? 8 and 5. You'll see. So how to create the sprint? How Scrum Master will create the sprint? Click on create sprint option. See, sprint is created successfully for us, but no user stories are there. But in our backlog 5 user stories are there. What are all for sprint 1? Login functionality and compose functionality. How you need to move the stories to sprint is, see carefully here. Just you need to drag and drop to your sprint. Just you need to drag and drop to your sprint. That's it. See, now these 2 user stories are there in sprint 1. Okay, verify login functionality and verify compose functionality. These user stories, 2 user stories are there for sprint 1. Even you can see in your Gmail board also, you can see these user stories in your sprint. No, so for seeing that you need to start your sprint. Wait. So we need to start our sprint. Go to the backlog. So far just what we have done, we have only created the sprint and we have not yet started. Once you start the sprint, you can able to see it in sprint board. Okay, so these 2 user stories we moved to the sprint 1. Now I am going to start the sprint. Okay, now I am going to start the sprint. It will ask you 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks or custom, but most of the times it will be 2 weeks only. Okay, so what next? So 10 days sprint, this one is or end date 2 weeks automatically taking, sprint goal it is taking. Click on start. Okay, see, now you can able to see these 2 stories in your sprint board. These 2 stories automatically moved. Why? Because we have created the sprint and we moved these 2 stories into there. That is the reason automatically these 2 stories were moved to the sprint board. And also active sprints, you can able to see the what user stories you are targeting and all. Okay, and the next part what we are going to learn here is, so far what we have done, and start the sprint we have done, and add the user stories into it is completed. Next, story points update for each and every story. As I told you, First, login functionality. What is the story points? In real time and all, we're going to follow the, again I am repeating, planning poker method. Everybody has to tell how many story points for each and every story. Based on their discussion, finally they will conclude some story points for that story, depends on the complexity of the story. Okay. See story points, verify the login functionality. What is the story points? 8 is the story points for login functionality. Let me go here. 8 is the story points, right? How we can update the story points here? You can click on here. Can you able to see, once you click on the user story, just click on the user story. This is the pop-up, you are going to get it. In this, can you able to see here story points? Okay. Here you are going to get the story points. For login functionality, what is the story points? 8. 8 is the story points. Click on this. That's it. Like this, how the Scrum Master is going to update the story points for each and every story. Similarly, see here. What is the second story? Compose functionality. What is the story points? 5. Let me try to update the story points for this story also. See, you can able to see here, it is updated. Story points. Similarly, compose functionality. How many story points? So 5 story points done. Okay. So 5 user story points are updated successfully. So like this, how you can create the epics, create the user stories, start the sprint, create the sprint and start the sprint, move your stories into it and update the story points for that one. See, so far these are all the tasks completed from our end. We are able to create the project, users, version, epic and stories, and we are creating the sprint and adding the user stories into it, starting the sprints and story points update for each and every story. So these are all the activities we have done, but these are all done by the Scrum Master or Jira Administrator. Depends on the client, how they are following their structure and all. Depends on that, it will proceed. Okay, either it will be done by Scrum Master or Jira Administrator. Okay, now let me enter into the teams part. Yeah, team needs to do the following activities like task creations for each and every story and creating the subtasks for story, assigning the subtasks and burning the hours daily basis. How many hours we worked on which story and all, we need to burn the hours. And similarly, sprint life cycle, how the life cycle of the sprint will go on, we will work on that. And then so creating the bugs, how to create the bugs, these things let we try to do practically. Yeah, and we will see. So this is the Jira part, right? So how to create the first one is the how to create the tasks for each and every story. So for example, this is there, verify login functionality. Usually from testing side, what tasks will be there for each and every story? What task will be there for each and every story? Any story, for any story, what tasks we need to cover? First, analyze the story. That is one task. Each and everything for that story, each and everything, whatever we are spending on, each and everything we need to put as a tasks, and we need to update the hours daily basis. Analyze the story. Next, prepare test cases. Next, review test cases, execute test cases, analyze results. What else will be there? And bug tracking. These are all the tasks will be there for any story. Analyzing story, prepare the test cases, review test cases, execute test cases, analyze results, and if any bugs are there, bug tracking. These are all the testing side. Development side, what will happen? Design the story. This is for the development. Dev side, what will be there? So designing part will be there, and develop code, perform their unit testing. Okay, perform their unit testing. So these are all the tasks will be there. Even in our case also, if at all you want to maintain any task like perform, retesting and regression testing, this is also one task will be there. Okay, so these are all the tasks will be there for each and every story. Each and every story these tasks will be there. Fine. How to create these tasks for user story, how to create it. So just double click on user story. Can you able to see here option attach any attachment? If at all you want to give, you can attach it, or create subtasks we can create from here, or you want to link it to any issue, you can link it. Now we are creating the subtasks, right? Click on create subtasks. What is the subtask we are trying to create it for? First one is what? Analyzing the story. Okay, we need to analyze the story. That is one subtask. Analyze the user story. That is one subtask. Next, prepare test cases is another subtask. Okay. Next, review test cases is another subtask. Next, execute test cases is another task. Analyze results. Analyze results also one subtask. These are all will be there for each and every story. Perform retesting and regression testing. Next, bug tracking. Okay, these are all the tasks from testing side. Let me assume developer also is there. What task he will add it? Design. Design is one task for the development. And what he is going to do? He is going to develop the code. It is one subtask. Next, perform unit testing is one subtask. Okay, so these are all the subtasks for that story. If once you go to here in your storyboard, you can able to see all these whatever the subtasks you created. These are all the subtasks you have created for this story. Verify login functionality, analyze story, prepare test cases and everything. If once we will go to here, you can able to see. Once let me try to refresh this page. See, you can able to see all the tasks here. What are all the tasks you added? All the tasks you can able to see here. See, what are all there? Analyze story, prepare test cases, review test cases, execute test cases, analyze results, perform retesting and regression testing, bug tracking. These are all for the testing side. And for the development side, design part will be there, develop code and perform unit testing for the development side. Okay, if once all these tasks are completed, then only your story is completed. See how many tasks you are able to see here. Total 10 subtasks are there. Okay, so like this how you can create the this how you can create the subtasks for each and every story. Okay, subtasks for each and every story. So similar way, assign subtasks to teams. So far we have seen how to create the subtasks for story. Who need to create subtasks? So if tester will be there, tester need to create the subtasks. See, for example, Scrum Master assigned to you one story. You need to create the subtasks. And who is the developer for that? Developer need to create their own tasks. Okay, so if all those tasks are development and testing, all those tasks are completed, then only that story is completed. Okay, if anything is pending, that story is in pending status. Okay, assign subtasks to teams. Okay, we need to assign subtasks to teams. For example, your lead is creating all the subtasks for you, and he need to assign it to the corresponding team member. But most of the times in Agile, the particular story is assigned to somebody in our team. He need to create the tasks, then automatically his name will be getting for that story. See, analyze story is there. Okay, who is the assignee? We did not assign to anybody else. If for example your these tasks, if at all these tasks are assigned to ourselves or myself, for example, then see, these three are the users are there. This story, this task is assigned to myself, then we can assign it to myself. Or you want to assign it to somebody else, you can assign it to somebody else. Like this, how you can assign the particular task to the team member or yourselves. Okay, so if team members are mapped in your project, then all the users you can able to see in this drop down. In this drop down you can able to see all the team members. So you need to select the particular user here. Like this, how you can assign it to the task to the particular team member or yourself. So see here, so this is assigned. Similarly, prepare test cases also I want to assign it to myself only. Okay, so like this, how you can assign the task to the particular team member. You can see here it is also assigned to myself. Close it. And next part is review test cases. It is assigned to myself. And execute test cases, it is also unassigned is there. Execute test cases, I am assigning it to somebody else in our team. Okay, like this, how you can assign the particular task to the team member. So depends on who is executing and who is doing and all, but most of the times the story will be, task will be assigned to ourselves only. So because we are creating the task and we need to do the things. If developer will be there, then the developer tasks, they need to assign it to themselves. See, for example, Protect Ever is he is a developer, then he will assign that story to himself. So this how you can create the tasks, subtasks, and you can create the for development side and as well as testing side. For example, we are analyzing the story. Okay, let me go back to here. So burn the hours in Jira, update work hours into Jira. How to burn the hours, how to update the work hours in Jira. Okay, how to update the work hours in Jira. See, for example, analyzing the story you are doing, just drag and drop to here. You are doing, it is in progress. These are all to do, it is in progress, and this is done. Okay, for example, you are doing in progress is analyzing the story you are doing. Okay, how many hours you worked on? Just double click on it. It is in progress now. Okay, fine. You select that story. You select it, and can you go here in this drop down? Somewhere you can able to see the log hours will be there. Somewhere you can able to see the log hours option. Somewhere we can able to see the log option will be there. Let me show you that. Analyzing the story we are doing. Just double click on it and go here. This drop down, you can able to find log work option will be there. Okay. So daily, for example, what are all the works in agile model? The deliverable hours are only 6 hours. Remaining 2 hours are for the meetings and all. So 6 hours you need to burn daily in the Jira tool. Because why? Because it is helpful to the Scrum Master to generate the burn down chart daily. If at all you are having any doubt on burn down chart, please go through my other video which I am covering for the agile terminologies. You can go through that video, you will understand it. So each and every day, each and every member in a team need to burn the hours. At least 6 hours he has to burn. So at the end of the day, Scrum Master will take the burn down chart report and he will understand how many hours completed, how much work is completed, how much work is pending. So that is the reason every day each and every team member need to log the work. For example, this is the syntax here. For example, I want to log 2 hours for this task. Okay, 2 hours I am logging, and you can update here. You worked on analyzing the user story. Okay, so save. like this, how, see, 2 hours log, time tracking, 2 hours is logged for this task, analyze story task. Okay, so similarly, yeah, like this, how you can update the, for example, okay, analyze story you are doing and analyze story is completed, you can move that part to here. Next you are going to start with the test cases part. You need to prepare the test cases. Okay, for this one also you already started and you are preparing the test cases, and you are going to log the work as 4 hours or 6 hours one day it has took for you to prepare the test cases, preparing the test cases. Okay, so 6 hours you want to log it. Okay, 6 hours logged, you can able to see here. Like this, how you can log your work, you can log your work. Okay, analyze story is completed, see here, striked off is there, it is completed. And preparing the test cases, similarly reviewing the test cases and executing the test cases. Just you need to move analyzing the results and performing the retesting and regression testing part and bug tracking. Okay, so currently you are doing all these tasks, even development also. See, when we can able to do all this, developer need to do their analysis, their design, and developer need to do develop the code, and what else, they need to perform their unit testing and all. Okay, now all the tasks are there in in progress. Okay, now all the so if one by one, if it is completed, see, designing part is completed, move it to here, and development part is developing the code is completed, move it to here, and unit testing also development people are going to do, that is also done, and you are preparing the test cases also done, move the task to here, review the test case also done, and currently you are executing the test cases and analyzing the results, perform retesting and regression testing and all. Okay, for example, let me take in this project only, sample project only, Gmail login functionality is okay. Just a few test cases I have updated here, you can check here, just very few test cases. And yeah, verify login functionality with valid data, it is not working. Let me assume login functionality is not working with valid data. What we need to do, login functionality is not working with valid data, what we need to do, so we need to raise a bug. For raising a bug, you can see here, can you able to see here, create button, click on create. Okay, click on create button. What you want to raise, you want to raise a bug, okay, in the summary, Gmail login functionality is not working with valid data. Okay, that is my summary of my bug. Just you can copy paste here. Fix versions, which version we need to fix this bug, in 1.0 only, and priority. Okay, and linked issues. Okay, what is the sprint for this bug? Sprint 1 is this bug is. Okay, epic, what is the epic link for this? This is my epic. So these are all the mandatory fields you need to fill. You need to enter the summary, okay, and description, and who is the reporter automatically will be updated. Fix versions you can select, and priority. If login is not working, we cannot do anything, right? Then select here highest. Yeah, label, if at all you want, you can add it, attachments, and FX versions, linked issues, and assignee automatic, assign to me. Okay, assign to me, and epic link you need to select, and which sprint this bug is. That's it. Okay, click on create. You can able to see in your storyboard, see here, Gmail login functionality is not working with valid data. See, this bug is created. This is the symbol for the bug. When you place mouse on it, you can able to see. And what is this one? This is a story, and this one is a bug. Like this, how you can create the like this, how you can create the your stories and bugs also. Bugs, these are all the mandatory fields. Okay, So let me assume this bug is also okay. Fine. Now all my tasks are completed. Okay, I am moving execute my test cases to here. Analyze and results also completed, and my bug is also, everything is done, in progress. I have tested this. Now let me assume it is also working fine. Move it to here. Okay, now all the tasks are only perform retesting and regression testing is there. Let me assume that is also completed. Let me assume that is also completed. Okay, so all my tasks in the first one is complete, and the bug tracking is pending. Okay, bug tracking is also done. Okay, so update parent issue are now done. All subtasks per parent issue Gmail 2 are now done. Do you want to update this parent issue to match? Yes, update. Okay, so my Gmail 2 verify login functionality is completed successfully. All the subtasks are completed successfully. Okay, now one story is completed in this sprint. Next, again another story is there. Let me create another story also, some subtasks here. Analyze, same, analyze story, and prepare test cases, review test cases, review test cases. Next, execute test cases, analyze results is completed. Next, bug tracking, retesting and regression testing. Okay, all my tasks are there. Now go to the storyboard, and you can see here all these tasks are updated to the just I refreshed the page to see the tasks. Okay, all the tasks are updated successfully. You can see here these are all the tasks for second story. Similarly, developer also will add his own tasks. Okay, for example, analyzing story is in progress. I'm preparing testing stories is in progress. Let me assume, okay, we have taken 2 weeks time for one story, first story only. Okay, so this is the sprint life cycle actually. So to do by default stories will be there. When you are doing something, you need to move it to in progress and you need to move it to done. But in real time, some more columns also will be there. See, to do, dev in progress, dev done, QA in progress, QA done. This is the sprint board will be there. Okay, so these are all the different columns will be there. Instead of here only to do, in progress and done in real time, most of the companies, these are all the columns will be there. Dev in progress, dev done, QA in progress, QA done, UAT in progress, UAT done, ready to release and done. Okay, if let me assume these two sprints are release 1, then release 1 all the stories in sprint 1, and in sprint 2 all we need to complete for release 1. Okay, so these are all the different sections will be there in our sprint board in real time, but here we can able to see only these 3, but you can consider like these are all columns are there. If one story is there, dev in progress, they will move that story to here, and then if they completed dev done, then we are going to start with QA in progress, QA done. Next, UAT, users will test the UAT and UAT done. Next, ready to release. In the ready to release, we are going to give the demo to the product owner and stakeholders. If everything is there okay with that functionality, then that story will go to the done. So this is how in real time it will happen about the sprint life cycle. Okay, this will happen in the sprint life cycle. Let me in the similar way, you can see here burn the hours in Jira done, and sprint life cycle I explained you just now, and creating the bugs, how to create the bugs. So these are all the various activities we are going to do in the Jira part. So if, and one more thing, for example, one story, Gmail 2 story only, it took 2 weeks time, and we could not able to spend the time on second story, like compose functionality story, we don't have time. Then what we need to do? Do we need to close this story and go ahead, or do we need to move the story to next sprint and go ahead? What we need to do for the pending story in the sprint 1. So while you are, for example, 2 weeks time is completed, go to the backlog, 2 weeks time is completed and one story is pending. Let me assume one story is pending and we want to, this is the sprint 1. Okay, so in the sprint 1 only one story is completed, remaining login compose functionality story is pending. Then what we need to do? Okay, go to the active sprints. If you click on complete sprint, you are going to get a pop-up. See, 2 issues were done, 1 issue was complete. Select where all the incomplete issues should be moved to, new sprint or backlog. Okay, you want to move the pending story to new sprint or backlog. I want to move my pending story to backlog, for example. Whatever you want, you can select here, but it will be taken care by the Scrum Master. You no need to worry. Okay, so I want to move it to backlog. See, I clicked on complete. Now you can able to see here some reports, sprint report you can able to see, and status reports you can able to see what is done and what issue, which one is not completed and all the things. These are all the different charts. As I told you, burn down chart, right? You can click on this burn down chart. You can see here how many story points are completed, how much time it took. Everything you can able to see. Scrum Master can able to, since we updated all the hours and all for one story, and today itself this graph is not proper. If daily we will update the hours, then graph will show how many story points are completed and how much work is pending very clearly here. So in that case, yeah, how many story points are completed and how much time is pending, how much time we burned, all those things we can able to see in this chart. Okay, so now okay, I want to go to the again sprint board. Now no sprints are there. Okay, please check it out in the backlog whether that compose functionality is moved or not. See here, compose functionality is moved successfully to backlog. Now no sprints are there. Again you want to create a sprint, again click on the create sprint. Then sprint 2 is started. Now compose you can move it to here, and whatever the stories you want you can move it to the sprint 2. So this is how it will work in the Jira part. So far, what are all the things we have seen before going to start with the Zephyr part? So we have seen all these things. Sprint life cycle, as I told you, this is the real-time sprint life cycle. To do, dev in progress, dev done, QA in progress, QA done, UAT in progress, UAT done, and ready to release. And then we are going to give the sprint demo to the product owner and stakeholders. If they are okay, then we are moving that story to done. Then it means that the story is completed successfully without any issues. Okay, fine. In that case, so these are all the tasks before going to start with the test cases thing. So far we have not yet discussed anything about the test cases, how to maintain the test cases, how to create the test cases and all. By default, Jira will not support test management. By default, Jira will not support test management. For that, we need another plugin, that is Zephyr. Zephyr is the plugin we need. Zephyr is the plugin we need to do the test management activities. So far, what before going to Zephyr, what are all the things we have seen? How to create the project, users, version, epic and stories, and add the user story into it, and starting the sprint, story points update, task creation, subtasks, assign subtasks to team, burn the hours daily in Jira, sprint life cycle, and creating the bugs. These are all the activities we have seen. Okay, if you know all these things, you can successfully able to work with the Jira tool. You no need to worry about that. If you know all these things, try to practice all these things based on my video. Any doubts will be there, you can always put it into a chat box. I will try to clear all your questions and all. So this is about the Jira part and how we can do that. And now we are entering into the Zephyr part. Zephyr is the plugin wherein which we are going to use for test management activities. So Zephyr is used for test management activities. So Zephyr plugin will be helpful for us for the test management activities. By default, Jira will not support the test management activities for us. So that is the reason we need extra plugin, that is Zephyr, to do the test management activities. Okay, so how to add the Zephyr? By default, Zephyr will not be there with us. Then how to add the Zephyr app? So you can see here, no Zephyr plugin is there. How to add the Zephyr plugin? We will see first. Go to the apps. Okay, find new apps. You can click on it. It is going to show you all the apps or plugins available with the Jira. Here you can search with Zephyr. You can search with Zephyr. See, the first link you are going to get it, Zephyr for Jira test management. Okay, so by default Jira will not support the test management activity, so that is the reason we need extra plugin, that is Zephyr. Click on it. So it will take us to the screen where we can able to add the Zephyr. So these are all the some documentation about the Zephyr and all. Can you able to see it? Try it free. Okay, try it free option is there. You can click on it. Try it free. So okay, start free trial. It is going to ask you try free after 30-day trial. So then you can just tap on start free trial. See here, adding Zephyr for Jira test management. We will tell you when your app has been added. Okay, so we need to wait some time here, few seconds. It setups the Zephyr plugin for us. Click on close. Okay, success. Zephyr for Jira test management was added successfully. So now you can go to the your project. You can able to see here. See, you can able to see here Zephyr plugin. Okay, Zephyr plugin is added successfully. So after Zephyr plugin is added, so what we have done, Zephyr plugin addition is completed successfully. Next, so before going to create the you can create the test cases. You can see here, you can go to the create. See, one more option is added here. Earlier test is not there, now it is added with Zephyr plugin. Okay, so by default Jira is not capable to maintain the test cases. That is the reason we have added Zephyr plugin to maintain the test cases, to execute the test cases and all. So test is added newly along with the Zephyr plugin. Okay, so that's fine. Now, so before going to that, we need to add the go to the Zephyr plugin. See here, create a test, search tests, import test, cycle summary. Okay, so these are all the different test metrics will be there, traceability matrix, different options will be there. So what you need to do is, first you want to create a one test. How you can create a test? Click on create a test. Okay, test is already selected. For example, one test case, first test case I want to create it. First test case I want to create it. So what is the test case name? I am having verify login functionality with valid data. That is my summary. Okay, my first test case, and description also I am adding. Okay, what is the story and all? If at all you want, you can give it here. Epic link. Sprint we cannot give for now, and because which sprint we are going to execute and all we don't know, so that is the reason. That's fine. Okay, and if we'll go to the click on create, one new test case will be created for you. Click on create. Okay, your issue has been created but is currently not visible. Go to this test case, click on here, verify login functionality. Your verify login functionality with valid data. This is your test case. Now you need to add the steps to your test case. Now you need to add your steps. Can you able to see here button test details? You can click on here test details. Now it will populate with 3 fields will be there. What all those 3 fields means? Actual results. See here, test step, test data, results. These 3 steps will be populated for us. You need to click on the test details. Now you can add all your test details to quickly. Let me add it. This is my test step, and what is the test data I needed? Application should be available with us, so this is fine. And what is the result? Browser should be open. Okay, so one step is completed successfully. Next, let me add the second step also. Similarly, you need to add all these steps. Second step is also I have added. Next, third one, click on go button. Okay, fine. Next, just I am adding all these steps into your test case. Okay, so here added, it should display welcome page. Next, enter valid password. Enter valid password. Okay, click on next. It should display the Gmail homepage. It should display Gmail homepage, right? So one test case we have created successfully here. One test case we have created successfully, where you will go to the Zephyr. You can find your test case here, search tests. You can go to the search tests in Zephyr plugin. See, your test case is visible here. Search tests, you are able to see your test case when you created and status. When you click on here, you can able to see all the steps also. What are the steps we have created just now? You can able to see all the steps are displaying properly here. Like this, how you can create a test. So how you can create? Go to the create, and you need to select here test option. It is for the test case. By default, test option will not be there. Once you install the Zephyr plugin, then you can get the test option here. Okay, fine. So now what we need to do is, we have created one test case. I want to execute that test case. Usually test cases can be executed in the part of cycles. Okay, usually test cases can be executed in the part of cycle. So for executing the test cases, so we need to create a cycle and move all your test cases into that cycle, and then we need to execute the test cases, so that easily we can understand how many test cases are passed, how many are failed, whether that cycle is passed or failed, we will get it. Okay, so how to create the test cycle, let me see now. Okay, go back, we'll see. Yeah, search issues are there. We need to go to the Zephyr plugin, click on Zephyr. Okay, in the Zephyr plugin, can you able to see here cycle summary? Click on cycle summary. Okay, I just clicked on cycle summary in the here cycle summary I clicked on. So here you can able to see these are all the create new cycle is there, and also by default ad hoc will be there. If at all you want to create any other, you can create it. See 1.0 we have created, here also ad hoc is there. For 1.0 I want to create a new cycle. For 1.0 I want to create a new cycle. My cycle is you need to give here cycle name here. See functional testing I want to give it here, and these are all not mandatory. If at all you want, you can give it. Click on save. Okay, functional testing, my cycle is created successfully. In this cycle now no test cases are there. I need to move my test cases. Click on add tests. Add tests. So no search was found. Verify. See my test, just now we created one test case, right? That is populating here. Click on add. Then that test case will be added into your cycle. Okay, that test case will be added into your cycle. See here, one test case is added into your cycle. Your cycle is functional testing, and this is added, one test case is added into your cycle. Now you want to execute it, execute this test case. So just click on here. Okay, your test case will be open. Go to here, your test steps will be open, everything. So execute all these steps on your application, how it is. Okay, so execute all these steps on your application, and then you need to update the status. Again, for the updating the status, you need to go to the cycle summary. What are the steps are there in your test case? Execute all those steps on your application and verify whether it is working fine or not. If everything is working, then you are going to make this step as pass. Now your test case is passed and your cycle is also passed. So now I am making a test case as fail. Your cycle is also fail, or work in progress, or blocked, or unexecuted. Whatever you want, you can select it here. So like this, how you can create the cycle, and you can move all your test cases for this cycle, what are all we are executing. And see, cycle is nothing but, see, for example, we are working for 1.0 version. You are having 1000 test cases. For 1.0 you don't need 1000 test cases, you need only 200 test cases for regression and retesting and functional testing. In that case, why we need to add all the remaining 800 test cases? No use for us. So for the 1.0 version, let me assume 1.0 version, we need only 200 test cases. Then we are going to create a cycle, move those 200 to here and execute those 200 and verify whether the cycle is passed or failed or not. So that is the importance of a cycle. Okay, so first we are going to create a cycle and move all your test cases into it and execute them and verify how it is working, whether they are working fine or not. So based on that we have to see. Okay, yeah, so this part is about the test cases part, how to create the test cases, create the cycles, execute the test cases. Next pending part is import the test cases from Excel. Okay, how we can import the test cases, from Excel. That part we are going to discuss now. Yeah, coming to the importing the test cases, part we are going to do here. We will try to import the test cases from the Excel sheet. Let me open the test cases sheet. If at all you see here, these are all our test cases, like test case ID, scenario ID, test case name, description, test data, and step numbers, test steps, expect results. For the first test case we already created in our Jira. From the second test case to fifth test case, I want to import from Excel into the Jira. So let me open the Jira part. Okay, so how you need to navigate to here? First go to the projects, you can select your project, and you can see here Zephyr. Click on the Zephyr. So Zephyr is going to be opened. Zephyr will be opening for us. Click on Zephyr. Okay, so Zephyr is open for us. You can search tests, existing tests you can able to see here. Only one test case we are having here. Okay, so only one test case, and you can open it and you can check it out, what are all the steps we have added for this and all. Click on this test details. You can able to see all the details what are all we have created for this test case. Okay, so if at all you want to assign it to somebody in your team, you can assign it from here. Okay, so that's fine. The next part is, so we are going to, I'm going back, we will try to import it from the Excel. First, before going to import, see the column names what all I have given. This is scenario ID, this is fine. Test case name, test description, test data, step name, test steps, expected results, and if at all you want to label, you can give the label which functionality it is related to. Okay, and the assignee. Okay, so you want to go to the assignee also, whom you want to assign. So if at all you want to give whom you need to assign this particular test case also, you can do it from here. You can do it from here. How we can do that is, see, for example, you need to go to the user section here, go to the add people or search people, whom you want to assign that test case also you can do it from the Excel. Okay, so manage users, who are all the users are there in this project, you can able to see here. You can see here, for example, I want to assign it to ABCD some user. So yeah, so this user is ABCDE something is there. Okay, let me go back. Let me go back. So these are all the users are there. We will get the, in the URL itself we will get the some code related to that particular user. That is fine. Go to the Jira. So who all are there? For example, I am clicking on this user. So this is the code. I want to assign directly this test case to the particular user. Then in that case, so what we can do is we can assign the test case to the particular user. So whatever you open with that user, Chris-Soft testing tools, in the URL you are going to get the code. After people you are going to get the code. This code we are going to give it in our Excel sheet. Okay, in the assignee section. Okay, so where it is going to assign this test case? Chris-Soft testing tools it is going to assign. Chris-Soft testing tools it is going to assign this particular test case. So I am giving same code here also, and let me give here also. Let me give here. Fine. So now all these test cases are going to assign automatically to Chris-Soft testing tools. So, and also first test case already we done manually. I want to do it from second test case. Second test case row number is what? 9. Okay, now you need to go here, go to your project, go to your project, open your project, go to Zephyr. Okay, in the Zephyr, can you able to see here option import tests? Okay, you can able to see here option import tests. Can you click on it? I clicked on import tests. I want to import my test cases from Excel sheet into Jira. Okay, so in the setup you can able to see some text they have given, which you can understand based on this how to do that, and sample XLS files also you can download from here. So that's fine. So now I am going to import my test cases, and the row number is from 9. I want to start the second test case because first test case already I have updated manually. Click on choose file. So this file is this one in the downloads, Agile. Fine, I have chosen my file. Next, here what is my sheet name? Test underscore cases is my sheet name. You need to remember this one also, test underscore cases. Now okay, fine. I uploaded the agile.slsx. Click on next. So row number to begin import. What is the row number to begin import? 9th row, because first test case I created manually. So you need to update here 9. So I am asking it to start from 9th row. Import all sheets or import selected sheet. So if at all you are having all the sheets test cases, then you can select the first option. Just in this case I want to import only this particular sheet. Then in that case you need to give test underscore cases. Select the second option, enter your sheet name here. Our sheet name is test underscore cases. This is our sheet name. Okay, test underscore case is our sheet name. Next, what is the discriminator? What you want to give here? Empty row or ID change or test case name change? Test case name change. Which one you need to give it here? So I am giving test case name change. When test case name change is there, or you want to maintain each and every test case one empty row, then you can select here empty row. That is fine. Or ID change. ID you want to change it, then ID also. Or else you can give test case name change. I am giving test case name change because test case name from here to here it is changing. It means that this is one test case and this is another test case, and also this is another test case. So I am giving test case name change. If at all you want to maintain one empty row for each and every test case, then you can give that option also as per your convenient. Okay, import test case name change. I need to give here our sheet name test underscore cases. Click on next. Next screen, you need to map your Excel columns to the Jira columns. You need to map your Excel columns to the your Excel sheet columns to the Jira columns. Excel data where it need to update in the Jira test cases. Okay, we need to map Jira columns with our Excel columns. Then based on this mapping, whatever the data is there, that data is going to store it into the Jira in the test cases. First one, assignee. Assignee already we have assignee column is there. Select this. It will populate with all your Excel columns. This drop down is populated with all your Excel columns. Just we need to map your Excel columns to the Jira columns. That's it. That is what we need to do. So select here what is assignee, right? Go to the assignee. Yeah, assignee is there. Comments we don't have. Components is also okay. Description we need to map. We have the description column, right? Test case name, test case ID, step name, scenario ID, and open the Excel sheet. Where is the description? Test description column is there. Okay, so test description column is there. Why test description column is not showing here? Yeah, below it is there. Okay, test description you need to select here. Epic link we don't have. Fixed versions also okay. Label, we have the column label in our Excel, right? You need to select label. Name, test case name, you need to select the test case name you need to provide here. And priority is okay, you're not selecting priority. And result, you need to provide the test results, expected result provide here. Sprint also okay. Step, test steps will be there, right? We need to provide the test step. Test steps, yes, test steps. And test data also we have column, test data column. Okay, like this way you need to map your Excel columns with the Jira columns. Then whatever the data in your Excel, it is going to store it into corresponding column in your test case. Okay, what all we mapped here? We mapped the assignee. I showed you how to get the assignee, and description we mapped it to description column, and the label we mapped it test case name, and expected results test data we mapped successfully. Okay, now if we'll go here in Jira, only one test case is there. Now after this import we are going to have 5 test cases. One is manually created one, and 4 are imported from this imported from the Excel. I clicked on next. Okay, so clicked on validate. 4 issues will be created correctly. Begin import. You need to click on begin import. Then 4 test cases will be imported into your Jira. Okay, 4 issues have not been imported due to errors. What are all the errors? Download a detailed file for Jira for this import. Okay, 8 master row 8 sheet name test error message, error while creating issue. Assignee account ID does not exist. Assignee does not exist. Assignee does not exist. Assignee account ID does not exist. Error while creating issue. Master row 8 21 22 18. Why assignee does not exist? C5. Now why some other assignee is coming here? We updated to this one. Did we save this or no? Okay, I saved it. No, we updated the different one, but it is taking something else. See, it is taking this one. I think this file is where this file is there. Just click on save as. Yeah, it is there in the downloads only. Let me save it as Agile1. Click on save. Okay, now Agile1 I saved it. Go here. Go to Agile Jira. Again I am to begin another import. Choose file. Downloads Agile1 I am selecting now. Click on open. Fine. Click on next. Row number, it need to start from 9th row, and delimiter is your test case name change. Import selected sheet. My sheet name is test underscore cases. Okay, test underscore cases. Click on next. Again we need to do mapping here. If at all you want, you can save this configuration also. Okay, whatever configuration is there, you can save it for future reference. Assignee I am giving. Assignee. Comments, description is there. So description, test description I am selecting here. Epic link, external ID, these are all okay. Label, we need to give the label also. Name, we need to select here test case name. So priority reporter result, this is your result, and expect result. Sprint is fine. Step, test steps we need to select here. Test steps, yes, and test data we need to select here. Test data, yes. Okay, we have again mapped all these columns. You can see from the beginning to now. So assignee is selected, test description, and the label is selected, and name, expect result, test step. Okay, fine. Click on next. Validate. 4 issues created successfully. Begin import. Four issues have been imported successfully, because it seems earlier the Excel sheet is not saved successfully. Now it is saved. Where you can check it out, go to the search tests. You can able to find here 5 test cases. See here, 5 test cases are there. This is manually we created, so that is the reason assignee is not there. These above 4 test cases are we imported it from the Excel. So these 4 test cases including assignee, it is updated successfully. Okay, you can open any one test case and see the steps how it is added. Open the test case, go to the test details. You can able to see all your steps here. See, whatever manually we created, everything we imported it from the Excel, all the test cases. So what are the details, like it is the description and test step, test data, test result and assignee, okay, and the label. So these are all added successfully. Like this, how you can import the test cases from Excel into the Jira. So finally, what are all the things we learned in this complete here? So in the Zephyr plugin part, we have created the test cases, create the cycles, execute the test cases, import the test cases from Excel. So if you know all these things, you are able to successfully work with Jira tool even in real time as well, because we are all using same features only in Jira even in real time. You no need to worry about anything else in the Jira, because these are all the activities we are doing in the Jira part. Scrum Master or Jira Administrator can do the creating the project, users, version, epic, stories, and add the user stories into it, start the sprint, story points, and each and every team member has to do, he has to create his tasks and assign the subtasks to team, creating the subtasks, burn the hours daily. This is very important task. Every day each team member has to burn the hours, and sprint life cycle he has to do it. He has to do the sprint life cycle, and creating the bugs he need to do. So this is the team need to perform all these operations daily basis. And Zephyr plugin is used for, it is for the test management tool, where we can maintain our test cases, execution results, and yeah, so these things we're going to maintain here. And how to create the test cases we have seen, and how to create the cycles, execute the test cases, and importing the test cases from Excel. So if you know all these things, happily you can work with the Jira tool part. We no need to worry about anything else in the Jira side. Okay, so that's all for Jira video. And one more request from my end is, if at all you are not subscribed to my channel, Chris Software Solutions, please subscribe it and encourage me to do more and more videos. If at all you are not clear anything here, you can put it into a chat box. I will help you on that. Thank you.